coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now adjusting. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. And they're able to get him down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mayava. He makes the catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Just steamrolling the defense. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And he's in! Touchdown, USC!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose. The 30, the 20. To the house, he got loose. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. coming from their own 24. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. A spectacular one-hand grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. There's a crease. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John. Turning it on! Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Got it in the middle. It's Bowman. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Right back to the well. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. And anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense. You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. Here comes the option. The pitch. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense. Offense in a bunch formation. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got the tight end. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You've got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because it's so exciting to watch.
With the draw, it's Jordan. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. To the air, it's Hoover. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Number 48, set to advance on the football.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The run inside. It's Richard. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one.
Return goes out.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Mosley. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that.
Makes the grab in their space. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Got to give this guy credit all season long. He's played well, he's stayed healthy, and he's just executing. With that last throw, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards as we get late in the season.
They'll send the back in motion. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Hauls it in. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Hoosiers in the hurry up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Caught near the sticks. It's Richard. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Goes high to pull it in. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Indiana!
And there's something you don't see often. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Running inside. It's Jordan. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with Georgia in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's the Bulldogs who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They're up to double digits, 10 straight victories on the season without a single blemish. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Makes a catch. Really nice gain, gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Headed outside, it's Richard. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work, fourth time he's punted tonight. Punt is on its way. And they'll have to settle for it being marked down just outside their own 40-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill.
There he goes. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. And as the ball bounces out of bounds, no dice on the onside kick attempt. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play call.
Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Shoots it to the left. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes a grab over the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Makes it past the marker. Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays. And
they got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Going long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play-action fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. It'll be third and long. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down.
And he can make things happen, too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield, and it's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. finding open air. Here's a little room there. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. He turns that loose down the right side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. To the air on first down. Williams got it. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Off play action. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Trojans peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
You don't see bat downs all the time. A lot of times guys break on the football, the defensive backs, and then trying to catch it and make a play. I like he knew where he was. He's in the end zone, not trying to give up points. Does a great job breaking on the football and swatting it to the ground.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite.
Touchdown Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bye, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 40. The 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Fires to the middle. The short hands. It's Marsh. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Bounces out, looking for that line. It's Richard. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. To the air on second down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick its way and find some room on that return. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. The Trojans want to move quickly.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody...
Oh, a lot of space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
On the direct snap, it's Wormley. Maybe a crease. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. They'll line up to go for 2. Looking downfield, it's Maiava. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Trying play action. Going downfield for the big play. Leaping grab for a big gain. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone to give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Slithers into space. Turning it on. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his...
Finding some room. Got enough for the first. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown USC! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this...
Forget the kick, he's going to throw it. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
USC 71, Indiana 50. Number 15, set to kick it away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
To throw, it's Maiava. Extending the play. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He fires a bullet to the right. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed in the middle, it's shot. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Offense changing the play.
Rush! Replace! Slow, idiot!
Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more.
Time to take a shot. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And a little trickeration looking to throw. And they thought they could catch this return team by surprise. Instead, an unmitigated disaster. Great place to start for this offense. Maybe some room here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Got his man. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He wants to change this route. Gets the back moving. Trying to run, it's Martin. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Indiana! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll move the wide receiver. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Took care of it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that is a massive play by the quarterback and great understanding of the situation, knowing if I can find a way to get a first down, this game is over. QB scrambles around, nobody open, David, but he does it with his legs and gets the W for his team.
And I'm not surprised whose hands they put the ball in. This is crunch time. Get the first down. This ball game is over. They trusted their quarterback, and they got it done.
On the ground, it's Wormley. Inside the 30. Might have a chance. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to pass, it's Mayava. Into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Trojans! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.